I am the father of four children who currently attend LAUSD schools. My daughter Simone, who's here with me today, she's a senior at Crenshaw High. And she's in the process of applying for college. When she was not able to get a crucial biology class on her schedule at the beginning of the school year, we were deeply concerned. This is the class she needs in order to graduate. The MiSiS software malfunction has prevented her from adding the course, and we were told that fixes were on their way. We need those fixes like yesterday. However, any parent of a college-bound student knows fall applications started already. For example, the CSUs opened their application process on October 17th of this year and closes by November 30th. If we are unable to get official transcripts, official grades from my daughter's high school and get the classes that she needs, if she's unable to graduate on time, she may be denied the opportunity to attend a Cal State University. This is absolutely unacceptable. This is why yesterday I mailed a citizen's complaint from the civil grand jury of the Los Angeles Superior Court. In it, I asked on behalf of all LAUSD parents that are affected by the students by the MiSiS crisis that the civil grand jury undertake an investigation and an audit of MiSiS software development and the implementation process. How can LAUSD know how many computers they have or what system requirements must be met for MiSiS to be used on them? How did 150 software bugs in August of 2014 balloon into 600 plus software bugs by October? We're hearing the permanent fixes to class scheduling may take 1 year to complete. This kind of incompetence borders on injustice. I'm also asking the civil grand jury investigate the audit of the iPad purchases that recently helped to tarnish the reputation of former Superintendent John Daisy. I want LAUSD to document what hardware and software needs it has in order to enable the teaching of true digital literacy. The iPads don't seem to have accomplished that. Instead, fund money intended for repairs is going to buy tablets. And we don't seem to know how many tablets we have and the ones we do have. Teachers don't seem to be using them very much. And that's especially with my children at the elementary level. I've served on the Parent Advisory Committee of LAUSD's Local Control Accountability Plan, and I see how the $130 million spent on the broken MiSiS, or the 60 or 70 million spent on the iPads, can instead make sure that our schools have nurses, libraries, teachers, and the aides they need. Angelinos don't have an extra $200 million to throw away on any shoddy software that doesn't work or high-tech toys that are mostly used for testing. Not when we parents are asking, where are the art, ethnic studies, and drama classes? Where are the computer programming classes? Why can't my child with health issues be assured that a nurse is in the school full time? Why aren't tutors and special ed assistants available? I urge the civil grand jury to accept our request and perform investigations and audits of both the MiSiS disaster and iPad boondoggle. We need fixes now. We need fixes now so kids like mine can apply to college and live their dreams. Without fact-finding, we won't ever have real fixes. Thank you.
Question, sir?
Yes.
Yes. Are you hopeful that the new superintendent, Ramon Cortines, will do a better job of dealing with these issues?
At this time, no. Basically, this is at such a crisis level, we believe it's going to take a number of years to reverse some of the negative impacts that our students are having right now. So Ramon Cortines will not be able to do it in his interim position. And as a matter of fact, we do need somebody who's a little bit more progressive and willing to work with the unions, work with the parents to make sure that this disaster can be mitigated.
Is it possible that we could hear from your daughter Simone, to have her just tell us in a few words her own situation, how it feels to her to be worried about getting into college?
Absolutely.
Yes. Simone, where do you want to go to college, and what's standing in the way?
Well, I wanted to go to culinary school and probably go to Florida University. But then again, there's a lot standing in the way because it's hard to apply to colleges with my transcripts not being here and classes that I need to take that I can't get into.
And if you can't get those transcripts, what happens to your future?
It's so hold. I just have to wait.
And you're ready to graduate.
What has it been like this year with the computer system?
It's very long. It's stressful. In the beginning of the school year, I had to wait until I had to wait days before I had the actual schedule so I could go to classes. And it's better now, but I'm still not in the classes I should be.
When you were during that waiting period, what was going on? Were you in an auditorium or were you in school? You didn't have classes. What were you doing?
We were in like certain classes until they were switched out, like mostly elective, other just random classes.
So the classes had absolutely nothing to do with your graduation requirements?
They were. I had my APT requirements, like my certain math and English classes, but most of them were just like elective.
Mr. Al-Alim, if you could step out again, please. Why go this grand jury route rather than filing a lawsuit or going and making a special appeal to the school board?
That's a great question. And so what we want to do is a fact finding. That's what I stressed earlier. Basically, we want to make sure that all the information, the Inspector General's report, we want to make sure that the district attorney did a thorough investigation. We want to make sure that all this has been put forward to the parents and the community first before we decide to take any more action. And that's what we'll base our action from here on out on.
But you still want that civil investigation.
Absolutely.
That's what you want.
Absolutely, right now. We definitely want to find it, because we're not going to let just John Daisy just walk away and just get swept under the rug, because that's been happening way too much. So right now, we want to find out what happened. Where's the money? We got 2.1 million in iPads missing. You know, where's this money going? And we need to find out before the local control funding formula's money's been burnt out. We're in year 5 and 6, and we haven't seen any academic achievement.
All right. Thank you very much.
I want to thank all the supporters for coming out also. I want to thank the Parker family for coming out, and I really appreciate it, and the community behind this. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Anything else you just want to say?
Actually, you know, I really appreciate the community helping out. Schools LA Students Deserve is also a part of this big push. I want to welcome, you know, K12 Network for being on board and being supportive with all they do. We have the South Los Angeles Alliance of Neighborhood Councils that's also a part of this. The Valley Alliance of Neighborhood Councils. So this is just not one person speaking. This is a larger voice.